Hello everyone, welcome to Selenium Live Project and it's day 2. So I hope you have all received Google Drive access and started working on your assignments. So what we'll do first is we'll go through the updates. Alright, so you can nominate yourself, each one from your team, and anyone can be from your team, and they can give update what you have done, what has been completed, and if you are facing any issue or if you have any query, so we'll discuss on this. So you can put your name in chat. So there are many people who are saying they have don't have access of Google Drive. Okay, first thing, Asifa, you need to contact with IT learn at ITeLearn.com. So check with them. And Tanuja, I guess I have already shared with you. So check your mail. And team who has not got the Google Drive access, so we only share with paid members. All right. So if you are interested, please contact to learn at ITeLearn.com and they will guide you. Those who are most members, so let them sales team know about you that you are interested to join this project, and uh, they will ask us to include in this project. So we'll include you. Okay. So if your name is not in the team list, either you are not a paid member or ITeLearn haven't received your request to join this project. So if you are interested, mail them. All right. Now we can start with update. So team, anyone interested to talk on what has been covered till date? Okay. Chitra, I need to check with the team that why your name is not in the list, because whatever the name I have received, I have included. Okay, so see, there are so many questions that you are not in the team list. So team, please do one thing. Email them, means email learn at itlearn.com. Ask them that you are a paid member, you are a most member, and you are interested to join this project. All right. Okay, so we can start with team updates.
Manoj, without hiding the contact details and email IDs, can we look at the teams' names so that others also will just have a glimpse of it? How many teams we have, and is it possible now?
Okay, okay. All right, Shankar. So give me 1 minute. So anyone from Team Robin, Venus, and Decoders who wants to give update, you can update in a general way, like what you have, you guys, you have been doing in these last 2 days, and what is the progress, what you have done. Okay, if you haven't started working it, that is fine, but just to uh, update us, just let us know what you have done. So, team, can you see my screen? So these are the members. Uh, I find out from the list and who are interested to join, because from last batches, what we got the experience is many people are registered here, and they are from most members. They are paid members, and they say that okay, I'll join the project. They join the sessions, first 2 sessions. After that, they will never turn up. So what happens if you are in any team? Okay, and there are 4 or 5 people, 3 or 4 people will not join any in any sessions or any internal team meeting. So those 2 people will be there alone, and they will say what I can do. There is nobody. Okay, so we have decided from this batch is who is only interested, they can join this project. If you are really interested, email them, email learn@itlearn.com, and ask them that you are interested to join. Okay, and then we will include your name here. So currently we have 18 members right now. All right. So yeah, Shankar.
Yeah, so team, as we have discussed in the orientation and other things, it is a live project which is going on. We don't want to drag you for a long time. So people who have interested, you should immediately start working on it because it is a time bounded. We don't have a long enough time that we can do it probably next month or anytime. So we have time bounded. You should, the kind of expectations that we have is that you will complete the deliverables and you let us know the issues so that the development team working on here is actually going to fix them. So considering all that, if I'm in your position, I would have started at least exploring on the application what it is, and I should have been completely understanding from a manual testing perspective what is this domain of the application, what are the scenarios I would have identified. Probably may start with little bit of automation plan, but teams are still not coming forward to explain what you have explored. So that
All
is
right,
okay.
guys.
I think,
Shankar and Manoj, can you guys hear me? This is Karthik here.
yeah, Karthik.
All right. Number one, why is the communication been so weak from the team? Why are you not able to listen and understand? There are a couple of things which are very important. Please listen carefully. We will not repeat it again. If you're not a premium member, your name will not be in the list. That is number one. Number two, if you are a paid member and your name is not on the list, send an email to learn@itlearn.com and mark manoj@itlearn.com also, so they will get it added. That is it. There is no more discussion on it. All right? No more comments on it. Second thing is, whatever updates you have done so far, start presenting it now. So start nominating who from which team and start doing it, please. That's it. Shankar and Manoj, I believe already Chitra has already opted for presenting, and also someone else from another team. Just check, please.
Sure, Karthik. Chitra, you want to give update? Chitra is also asking that her name is there, but she has not received any email, I guess. But whoever can see name, I think I have emailed them with Google Drive access. And if you are not a Google account, means if you don't have Google account, then you can don't access this drive. So what I've said is you need to create this Google any Gmail account, and then you can share with me. I can give access to that account. So those who are Yahoo members, Yahoo email ID members, they can't access directly. So they need to create Gmail account, and please share with me. I'll provide access. I don't see any name who wants to give update.
Manoj, Chitra has been telling, Ashwini has been telling that they want to present in the chat.
Okay. So Asuni, I'll make you presenter. 1 second. Yeah, Asuni, I made you presenter. So start your updates. Let me unmute you also. Yeah, we can't hear you, Asuni.
Hello Manoj, hello Karthik. Now you can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, actually, we didn't, we just tried to do our best in the time we were given. Everybody were busy with their own works. Many of them are working, and so, we just started working since yesterday night, and we could just go through the test plan document which you have given us for the howley.in for the reference. We went through that and we all contributed in preparing our own test plan for the project for the ClearGuard. And we have I just made some, it was depending on only on the reference of the howley.in test plan. We just made some changes and we created our own test plan for this project. Here we just added our, you can see my screen, right?
Yes, Aswini, we can see.
Yes,
Go ahead.
Ashwini.
Yeah, we just created, as you can see the revision and sign-off sheet, we just added our team members and all the details and who are involved in preparing this document and who did which parts of the documents. And as it says, I did introduction part, and Jyoti did execution and defect strategy part. So we divided the document into in our group, and we did our best in making this document together. So each member was involved in in preparing one section of this document. So as we just as I did the introduction part, I prepared. Just let me go through the page real quick. I just created a little introduction about this project. The project overview. It's the overview. I have written it like this as this is an ClearGuard is an e-commerce website with menu books and wine list cover designs as its products, where restaurant owners are the customers who can select or customize their menu cards or book and can get printed for the restaurants. There are many features provided in this site like customer sign-in, my account, shop and browse the products and services, search for the product, adding to the cart, checkout, and connect to the social media, etc. So this is the brief introduction I prepared for this project in this test plan, and we have also decided that we will be using Excel sheets for writing the test cases and test scenarios, and also for defecting reports. Initially, like we are thinking we'll use Excel sheets, but this is not completely fixed yet. We are also thinking on using some kind of tools like Jira or some Bugzilla for defect tracking. So we are still thinking and discussing about it, but we haven't confirmed. We are not confirmed on anything yet. And and apart from this, we as you suggested, we first want to do as how Karthik taught us, how he taught us to start with the project. Like first we'll start up. Initially, we want to divide the I mean into modules. I mean we want to divide the project into different modules and assign each module to each of the member, and that particular member will only work on that module, and we then integrate into a whole project, and then we can show you the whole testing. Initially, I mean, we want to start with Selenium. We want to start with like exploring the project with Selenium IDE, and then we'll move. We will use Eclipse, and we'll do a data-driven framework first, and then we'll move to keyword-driven, and then we'll move to hybrid framework at the ending. So that it will be in a systematic procedure as Karthik taught us in the training. And apart from this, as I told you, we wanted to use Excel spreadsheets for everything as of now, and later maybe we'll decide on what tools we can use depending upon our availability. And then I mean, there is nothing much we did. We just went through the document, and I mean, there is nothing much for me to say in anything new to you, because we just referred the document you sent for the howley.in, and we just went through it, and we just made some changes to the document and prepared our own functional document. It's the same as the howley.in. Most of it is same as the howley.in document. So that's it from my end, Karthik and Manoj. If you just find anything, I mean anything which we would have done better, please do suggest. We'll just think about it, and we'll come back with the updates very soon.
Ashwini, what I can see in this document is those details are fine, but your document formatting is not good. There is somewhere there's a too much space. Somewhere there's a so if you can scroll up in introduction section where you have mentioned that content part. Okay, so those are on different.
Yeah. Actually, it needed a little formatting. Actually, what happened is that we used our Google Drive, and we prepared our own documents, and we started to merge the documents, and it is kind of little messed up. I mean, everybody was not on the same page at the same time. So we are actually, this is a document which still needs to be updated, and we are still working on it. But as of now, we could do only this much. I'm sorry for this, but yeah, as of, I mean, we really feel even it needs a lot of formatting and little more things to be done to the document to look and feel. But the problem is that we just started working on this document since yesterday night, and even the time zones, I was in the Eastern time zone, and they were in the California Pacific time zones. So everything we started working on all these things, how to manage and how to work on all these things. So it took us more time than we expected, and it was also like a kind of I mean communication gap and the timings. I mean everybody were not on the same page at the same time. It was just, I mean, we tried our best. Maybe eventually we'll get a lot more better. I mean, because it's just the starting phase. I mean, yesterday only we came to know each other. That is the main problem. And till today, I was not yet confirmed like whether I need to stay in this team or to move to the Robin team because of the time zone things. Then I finally decided that I'll stay with the Venus team itself. I mean, we had a good communication later, and I thought I will be in the Venus team itself. So all this took a little more time than expected. So that is what the problem is.
Okay, that is fine, Ashwini. But what we expect is, uh, don't complete if you are not able to complete. But whatever you do, just do. In a complete way that can be presented to anyone. All right. So
Okay.
don't hurry up and jump to just finish that day only. Just go and step by step try to finish, which can be presented to someone. Okay, this document doesn't look good, so uh,
Oh,
you can update this document accordingly. All right.
okay. 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 Okay, Manoj. We'll surely make a note of it and we'll surely work on that.
Guys, I have some quick feedback. Number one, good progress, because within the given time frame, I think what you've done is very commendable. You've taken a start, an approach, a template, and started building on it. Very good. But as Manoj rightly says, give a lot of focus and concentration to excellence in everything you do. All right. So that everywhere, any document, that you should keep doing it, please. The third thing is, I think if you start with doing from ID, then data driven, then keyword, and then hybrid, it'll be too long.
So what if we are not doing this, then we are putting a claim on the money.
Hold on. Okay. So Jyoti, I've unmuted you so that you can speak when you want to, because there's too many background noise from a lot of people. The third one is, I think you should try and go either directly from data driven or keyword driven, instead of doing 4 stages. It is going to be very long. You won't be able to complete in 3 to 4 weeks time. Those are my 3 feedbacks.
Okay.
And again, and also the presentation was good. You've done a good job on that too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Shankar, you were saying something?
Yeah, my quick feedback, Ashwini, is like definitely on the first thing about the formatting. So I'm not going to speak about it again and again. There were some, no spaces between the words and the URLs. It's already said. Now coming to the presentation point, like you said you have taken the Howley.in as a template and you started building it. To be frank, even in real time, you would expect it. There will be some templates on which you'll make the change. But the way you present it, you're always saying that there's nothing much to explain and it was always taken from this. So cut that part, and you have done some job and you have modified something. So my expectation is that you have clear understanding of what you have done. So go ahead and speak about that in a better way, what you have actually understood. So this is a feedback for all the presenters going to do it. Like, you have done some job, so speak about it in a very well, the way you have actually put the efforts to do that. I know it is a template that we have given and from which you have, so that's what we always say, don't reinvent the wheel again, right? So that's why we have given the template and which you're actually using it. So learn from it, but you should be very clear in each of the section what we are trying to do. Maybe a test strategy section, or maybe a scope section, or out of scope section. So those things you have to be very, very clear in what you're actually doing for this project.
Okay, Shankar. I really got your point, what you're saying. Thank you.
And maybe you can add a little bit more confidence to your presentation, please, when you're presenting.
Yes, Karthik. I mean, this is the first time. I don't really have any experience at all. This is the first time I'm actually doing some presentation. I'm kind of a little nervous, but I could. I need to improve a little, but I'll surely improve.
Yeah, good job for the first presentation, but that's a feedback. And when you go back and listen to your video, you'll see the level at which you're speaking, the pitch. The voice can be louder, and try to be more aggressive and more confident, like Shankar was saying as well.
Okay, Karthik. Okay. So, I just want. One of my teammate, Jyoti, is also available today for speaking up a few points. So if you just give it her chance, maybe she can put on a little more points, I guess. If Jyoti is, if she has any points.
She's unmuted already. She can go ahead, please.
Okay, Jyoti. Jyoti, do you have anything to add on?
Ashwini, I think you covered a lot and a great job on that. You really spoke well. even though we all divided the work and we all did it, but I think you did a great job, and I don't have anything more to add. She really did well.
Oh, thank you, Jyoti. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you,
All
Ashwini.
right, good job. Let's move on. Thank you. Thanks, Manoj. Sorry, go ahead, please, Manoj.
Okay. So, Chitra, I'm going to make you presenter. So, whatever from Team Robin, what you have done, you guys have done. So, just let us know. So, let me make you presenter. Yes, Chitra, I have made you presenter and unmuted you. So, let us know what you have done.
Yeah, you're able to see my screen?
Not yet.
Okay. Actually, just I'll
Now we can see.
brief. Yeah, okay. Hello, everyone. Actually, just we got a mail from Manoj yesterday. So after got the information for the access, we just trying to meet everyone, but no one has turned up. So we just mailed. Then I had a call with just I called Nandita. So we just had a discussion. Then I gave her intro how to create the test plan. I explained to her. Then she did a good job, and she created everything, whatever I suggested. She completed the test plan and she sent me for review, but I didn't get a chance to review. But she also uploaded it the Google Drive, but I didn't get a chance because I didn't have access. Manoj didn't reply, so I'm expecting Manoj will give access now. But before that, the other members also, they had a discussion the daytime because I'm working, I cannot, turned up. But other people also started working test scenarios. Everyone is, willingly, they just interacted each other and they started the scenarios. Geetesh, I think he completed 4 scenarios, 4 models, and he just uploaded there. And also the main problem is yesterday it's very short span of time, we are not able to do much work, but we are able to complete the test plan. So this is the update, but next class we can able to give more update. That is my status. But we just had a discussion today, like we are going to meet every day 9 o'clock, so that we'll do some progress every day. We'll wherever we got stuck, we'll help each other, and we can just complete whatever the task the day basis. That's what we decided. Maybe from today onwards, we'll do we'll complete more so that we can have some more progress we can show in the next session. That's it from my side. You can Manoj, that's it from my side.
Okay. Thank you for update, Chitra. First thing, as I mentioned, you can't access this Google Drive with Yahoo account. I guess you have Yahoo email ID.
No,
And
I accessed from Google. I sent mail from Yahoo to you, but I just access from my same ID with Google account. Still, I'm not able to access.
no, I need to provide you the that access. So you need to share that Gmail ID with me. Then I'll add you in that access list.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So please share that email ID. I will add there.
Sure.
Okay. All right, Chitra. So anybody else who wants to speak on tasks, update, or any issue you are facing? Okay. So Divya, let me make you presenter then. So Divya, I have made you presenter, and let me unmute you. Yes, Divya, go ahead.
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to add a couple of points. A couple of things more that we got to do in the last 12 hours or so. I went ahead and, are you able to see my screen here? We went ahead and started working on the error report. Just looking at the
Divya, if
home
you can
page.
maximize this screen, means this Excel
Oh,
sheet.
sure. Are you able to see now?
Yes, we can see, but you need to a little bit zoom it.
Oh, really? I'm sorry. I'm actually showing the an Excel sheet. Is that, are you able to
Don't
see?
increase the font. Actually, you can increase the zoom level from the, I think. Okay, no problem. You can go ahead.
Okay.
On the right bottom, you would find, right?
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I see
Percentage.
that. Right. Yeah. So what we did was we thought we'll start up on the error report from the beginning and just keep adding as we find more and more. And this particular error report is basically completely based on manual testing. Whatever we see on the screen as regards to the font or the basic presentation of the page is what we thought we'll focus on, and this is something we'll keep adding on as we go. So so we were thinking maybe we could take each one of us could focus on one particular page in the website and work on that particular page and keep adding on the errors. But this is completely manual, no automation plans yet. And also what we thought was maybe we could even start, just went through the automation plan, the automation steps sheet that we had in the sample sheet in the sample document that you shared, Manoj. And we're thinking maybe we would keep 1 week for each particular phase. So maybe the first initial phase would be from 3rd to 9th, and then second one, the data-driven framework from 10th to 17th. Similarly, the keyword-driven framework from 18th to 24th, assuming that's when we need to submit. So and assuming we have exactly 3 weeks to work. So with these in mind, well, we would go forward from here. Well, that's it from me now, Manoj.
Okay, thank you, Divya. I think this is good. At least you guys are doing on those assignments.
Thank you.
Okay. So anybody else who wants to give update, just ping your name in chat and I'll make you presenter.
I think Geetesh has uploaded a test scenario sheet in our thing. So if Geetesh wants to go ahead, please do.
Okay, all right. So I'll make Geetesh presenter.
Okay.
Muted. Unmuted.
Hello everyone. Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, Geetesh, go ahead.
Okay, fine. I just went through the application walkthrough which Karthik had told me, and according to that I created some test scenarios. So these are just based on the home module, and I created around 4 test scenarios. So if I go one by one on each of the test scenarios, if you see, I have given a test scenario ID, then the steps, then their description, then what is the expected result, and what actually I was getting at the time. I was checking the website, and what was the motive of this test scenario. So basically, if I go through one by one test scenario, the first test scenario is to check if the newsletter is emailed to us when we enter the text as a name and the email address. So first we navigate to a particular web address, then we enter name in edit box, then we enter the email address in the edit box, and then we click on button. The ones that are highlighted in red is like the actual one is what I expect to get, but ideally the website is just opening a new page. So that's the reason why I have highlighted in red. So I exactly don't know what are the requirements, user requirements for this particular page. So I have highlighted in red. So I'll move on to the next test scenario. Okay. So the next test scenario was to check and verify if all the social networking links were working. So in that scenario, again, we have to navigate to the uh, home page. Then we have to click on the web card button. But ideally, it remains on the same page. But according to me, it should open a page where it shows the item purchased. If there are no items, then it should ideally show no items in the cart. Then next, if we click on a Facebook button, it should open the FB account of Atomic 77 website, but it just opens facebook.com. Then again for Gmail, it just opens Google Plus, but ideally it should open its own account. Now for test scenario 3, this is to validate the search functionality. So in this scenario, what I have done is like I am checking with the search functionality. So again, navigate to the home page. Then there is a search field. Enter the search text into the text box. Then once you do that, click on the search button. So after clicking on the search button, it should open a search result showing the search contents. Whatever the keyword which you have searched with, it should contain that search keyword. And finally, the step 4 is to verify the text. After the page search result is loaded. So once the page search result is loaded, using the automation tool, we should able to capture the search text using get text command. Finally, I have created one more scenario, test scenario number 4, which is to verify the links of all the headers on the home page. So this is a very simple scenario. What this does is basically it moves on to the home page, and in the home page we have headers like home, products and services, then we have shop, then we have company, and finally account. So it basically goes to each and every link, and it gets the link text and check if it is the expected link text. So this is the test scenario number 4. I think these are the only 4 test scenarios I have worked on till date. And moving further, I would be adding many more test scenarios to homepage model itself also, and there will be many more models to come ahead. Yeah, I think that's it from my end.
Okay, thank you, Gitesh. I think Shankar can explain better way. I guess we can't say test scenario means whatever you have written here. Right, Shankar?
Okay.
That is okay. I mean, the scenario is converted into each scenario. He converted into 4 or 5 test cases depending on positive, negative. That's fine. So my feedback was like, okay, this is okay. What is your plan on the automation? What you're actually planning to do with this? Is it something like you are planning to do a data-driven framework or keyword-driven framework for this? So the whole end goal is like what you actually wanted to achieve with this is want to hear.
Okay. So basically, at the first point of time, before starting with the automation, I wanted to have the manual test cases in place. So once I have the manual test cases in place, I can exactly know, like I would be going to the keyword and the hybrid driven framework. But before even going there, I should be having a cases where I should know beforehand that what are the modules that I'm going to touch base on, and accordingly, design my automation. So initially, I would be working with the data-driven framework, and in the data-driven framework, I will be basically using my test cases like for example, if there's a test case one, then basically I would be having some variables where I would be using the edit box to enter some text like input one, input two. So based on these steps, it would be very easy for me to incorporate those in the frameworks that I would be creating in future. So my plan basically is to start with the basic data-driven framework, then move on to keyword-driven framework, and finally to the hybrid framework.
Great. So that's what I wanted to see your overall plan for the coming automation. And another question that I have is it that specific thing that you're going to do on your own, or is it the whole team task and you're going to split it among the team members and do it? What is your plan on that?
No, it's not basically a single person's task. I cannot say single person's task, but basically since we have been working in a team, I have started with the homepage module. So we'll be bifurcating the modules, like someone would be doing on the product and services, then some other person would be doing on the shopping tab, then some other would be doing on the accounts tab, and some other would be doing on the company tag. So these all different tabs would be taken by different person, and accordingly we'll be writing such kind of a cases. So once we are done with everything, I think we have a very good framework to work on. Basically, we have almost entire thing with us in terms of you can say a test data or something. Maybe in future we might add another column where we can say what is the test data required for each and every step. So this would even help us in a much better way. So this is what we are thinking of doing.
So you're using the execute column here itself. So the same sheet you're going to use it for your keyword-driven framework, or like what is the idea behind doing that?
Guys, can I comment quickly? Just have a minute and then I have to log off. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
All right. All approaches are fine as long as all roads lead to the same destination. That is number one. But number two, you got to understand that is data-driven framework application dependent? And you all can answer in chat as well, if it's a yes or no. Quick, guys. Yes or no is the answer. Yes, because you're creating for specific scenario and so on. The template can be there, but then you still have to add the functionality. But a keyword-driven framework from a script perspective or hybrid framework from a script perspective, is it application dependent? It is not. Correct? So the way you should divide it ideally within your team is just one suggestion. It can be taken, or you can try and work on whatever you believe is the right way. You should divide it so that someone is working on manual test cases. Let's say they're only comfortable in that. But at the end of the project, they'll get the idea about the whole thing because they're involved into it. Some other person is building the data-driven framework. Some other members who are comfortable in doing keyword and hybrid framework, they can continue to do that. So things can happen parallelly. It does not have to be like a waterfall cycle. So out of 7-8 members, you can identify and nominate yourself who is comfortable in what, and then maybe give it in that zone. So the scripts also are ready from the training. Most of it can be taken and can be customized to a large extent and get it ready by that team. You getting the point, team? That's one suggestion, just an approach, which can save a lot of time and duplicate work within the same team. All right? All right, guys, continue. Sorry, I'll go back on mute, but I may not be there for too long on the call, but I'll see you back in the next session. Thanks all.
Okay. Yeah, Shankar, you were
go ahead. So The question was like, as you're taking this execute by column, so you may want to convert the same sheet into keyword driven, or what is your idea behind that? But as we know, any approach is fine that if you are clear that what you actually want to achieve. If the same sheet you want to use, that is also fine.
Yes, basically, we would try to maintain this sheet itself because, as Karthik had shown us a framework where, if execute is Y, and if basically what we would do in this kind of a sheet, we would add two verification points, like if there is another, a high level test, if for example, if you are considering this as the test cases and other as the other test sheet wherein we have the test scenario, then basically we'll check if TCID is equal to TSID, and if it is equal, then even after that we will check that if the execute flag is set to Y, and then we can go ahead and execute the scripts. But still within a team we have not yet decided, so maybe we can take this sheet and modify further to match the requirements of our framework. But yeah, till now it's still undecided from my end as well as from my team's end.
Okay, got it. So, but as we suggested, right? So you can split it among the team. Put across the timelines also, because that will help you to track closely who is going to complete which scenario by when, so that you all will be on track, and then you can see if somebody is lagging behind, and how somebody who can complete it can help the people lagging behind and all that. So make it as a completely collaborative so that you can learn from each other. That's the whole idea. Because if one person has to do everything, it might stretch beyond the timelines that what we have. So learn from others is also one thing that you have to start in this.
Okay.
Thank you, Gitesh. The progress is good in the time. Yeah.
Yeah. I just had one question. Like the cells which I have highlighted in red, for those things, I believe that these are not the actual requirements by the client. For example, if we submit if we click, if you refer to the test case 1, and if we click on the submit button, it just opens a page. In that case, when we will be trying to automate this kind of a stuff, then what do you expect? We would be checking if a new page opens, or ideally we should fail that case at that point.
So right now, what is actually happening? Ideally, should show a message saying email sent. See, if you see your
this is basically my assumption, yeah.
But if you see your expected and actual result, right?
Yeah.
Do you see? You think they are correct, both expected and actual?
No.
What you're writing in actual result? No, I'm not going with the exact behavior of the application also, but in general, the way you have actually written, ideally should show a message saying email sent.
Yeah.
Is that actually happening or expecting?
No. No, actually, it's the other way around. Actually, the new page gets opened, and the expected should be there. Yeah.
That's what is my point. Because I see expected is written in actual and actual is written in expected. Am I correct?
Yeah, correct. Yes.
So now, yeah, that I want to clarify about that. And then now coming back to your question. So if these are the only three things that you have identified and you're not clear, probably I'll take this as an action item. I'll get back to you with the exact behavior of the application, how it should behave through in email to everybody. Is that fine? Because I don't want to commit something without contacting the team what exactly they're planning to implement. So let's not take it something, jump and conclude on that it should behave like this, because we have to see whether we have time to fix that way or not with the team. So me or Manoj will get back to you with expected behavior. Is that fine?
Yeah, that looks good.
I can answer this second test case where Gitesh is Gitesh has written about Facebook, a Gmail account. Gitesh, these are not working right now, as Karthik said in initial session. These haven't they haven't built any Facebook account or Gmail account, but plugins are there, Facebook plugins, Gmail plugins, but they will not work. Okay, So for time being, you can mark as a out of scope this thing. Okay.
Okay.
Because
Uh,
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, I'm okay with those social networking websites. What I was more concerned about was the web card button.
Sorry, come again.
I mean, I was more concerned about the web cart button, the web cart which is just left towards the social networking buttons. The web cart should ideally show the items which you have purchased or the items which are in your cart. But after clicking on it, it actually remains on the same page.
But have
I
you
also
added?
experienced
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
I
yes.
also experienced that, Manoj, when I was going through that. But what I realized is, I think if you just go back or refresh, or if you click on something, then the cart was showing the actual items that is being added. I just went through that one time back, and I also realized. So we'll see the exact root cause for that. I mean, is it consistently replayable? I got your point. Like after you select some item, add it to the cart, it was not immediately showing it in the cart. Is that what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, I experienced that to be frank. So, but I just refreshed or I went back, then automatically it was showing the items in the cart. So, it could be a bug also because as we said, it is under progress application, so which is under test. So, we can get back with the corresponding dev team.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you, Gitesh. This is good work, and I think we have achieved some milestones by just starting this means whatever you have written those documents. So this is actually basic steps we need.
Mhm.
All right.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. One question from I guess Nandini. Yeah, Nandita. So she is asking how to get an idea what to automate and what not to automate of any in any application. So Nandita, first we write test cases, okay, or test scenarios, and based on that we decide the feasibility to automate that particular test case or test scenario. So uh, it it takes the some other criteria as well, like which tool we are using, okay, and that tool is capable of to automate that particular functionality or not. So keep in mind these things, and you can write your test cases, and then you can decide. You can make a checklist that this test case can be automated or not, on and based on that we can start automating.
Just to add to that, Manoj, like if you have, let's say, in the entire application, say about 100 test cases, no organization or no test lead wanted to target for automating those 100 cases. Just keep that in mind. Why? The reason is the main criteria for us to go ahead and automate certain cases is we need to have a repetition of those cases. For example, let's say we are working on the similar product and we are expecting every month or every quarter we will have some changes coming up. With those changes, what we are going to retest again and again. So what we're going to repeat our testing is the main cases that we wanted to put it into automation. There could be some settings or there could be some, users preferences that might just happen only once or twice and we don't repeat that again. Once you set your preferences, it's very, rare that you may want to change. But there are certain things like, select searching for an items, adding to the shopping cart, making the payments, checking your cart, checking your, complete history of what are the items that you have purchased. Those are the things that customers wanted to do frequently. So those cases we definitely wanted to automate. So the primary criteria for automation is a repetition. What are the scenarios that you're going to repeat again and again is one thing that we wanted to pick it up. After picking up them, there could be some limitations that my tools are not supporting that to automate some of the controls. Those things you end up. So finally, a good coverage of automation, what I have seen max was 70% of your entire test cases. That itself is more than enough. We may don't want to automate 100% of it. Does that answer your question, Nandita?
All right. So, team, I think we have almost at the end of this session. So, please start working with your team. And if you get any issue, there is a question and answer document in that Google Drive. You can use that, or you can directly send email to us, Shankar and me, and we'll reply back. One more thing, many members are asking for Google Drive access, or they want to be in this project. So as I said in the initial of this session, like you have to email learn@itlearn.com and ask them like you are interested to join this project. And if you are not a paid member, you need to they will guide you. Okay. So I think we are almost done. Anything from anybody?
Yeah, just be ready to accept some new members joining in your team as we are still making the team. So some of may come and join your team. So just onboard them, explain what you have started, and make them part of your team.
Yeah, that is very important. Yeah. Jyoti, she's asking, shall we add me and Shankar in all our email team to teams? That is not required, Jyoti. For internal communication, you can uh, exclude us, and for anything that is important which needs to be reviewed, so you can email us. Okay. For general communication, don't add us. There's a question: can we take one module for each person for now? Rupali, it all depends on your team, what you guys decided, but yeah, that can be done. You can assign one module to each one, and you can start working.
Manoj, I think there is one more session following up with this for Selenium. I'm not sure whether the same meeting can be used. So, team, I think with the day one, immediately after you got the access yesterday, definitely it's a good progress. Teams who have presented, it's a good job. Rest of the team, what I would suggest is in the next upcoming one, definitely we would look forward to hear from you, the other teams. It could be anything that you have done, progress on that automation plan or scenarios or whatever. And also, if you're really facing some challenges, also talk about it. How did you overcome them so that other teams also will come to know from the solution that you have done. So with that, I think, Manoj, can we pass today's session here?
Yeah, Shankar. So, thank you for joining this session, team. And if you have any question, just use what I said. You can email us, or you can use question and answer document. Okay. So thank you for joining. We'll see you in the next session. Bye.